looking at the chat and the questions, because I'll tell you guys right now, those of you who know me know that it's impossible for me to multitask. I cannot multitask. Jason knows that. So I'm going to stick to the presentation, but I will I promise you that I will stick around and answer all your questions at the end. So definitely put the questions in. Be thinking of questions as we go through. But I will encourage you right now to get out your pen, paper, pad, whatever you take notes with, because you're definitely going to get some actual items on this today. So with that, let's roll. I'm going to do this fast and quick so we can make sure that we have plenty of time for the questions. All right, online classified secrets. So, you know, there's a Chinese curse that goes, "May you live in interesting times," which is where we currently find ourselves. I want you to think about that for a minute. You know, the top 10 in-demand jobs in 2010 did not exist in 2004. You think about that. Think about, you know, how long it's taken, you know, people live lifetimes without things changing that much, and we went in just 6 years to where the top 10 most in-demand jobs didn't exist in 2004. Google, as much as you think Google has its eye on everything, has only indexed about you know what, I'm even terrible with the digits. I don't know what, that's 0.004% of all web pages that are on the net. And there are 50 million tweets per day, 50 million, and I can't imagine. I think I'm on half those lists for some reason, followers, but 50 million tweets, Twitter, that's just incredible. So in other words, really what's happening is technology is equal parts fascinating and terrifying. And if you think about that, you'll see, you think about how quickly things change. But here's how it relates to what we're talking about. It really relates to being able to make real bill-paying income in a little amount of time. All right, I want you to think about how people right now are getting distracted by all the techie stuff to try to make money. I want you to think about it, and you can answer and put this in. How many of you see, you know, in your emails every day, you see some new kind of secret ninja loophole way that to make money instantly, hit the button and money falls out of the sky, or some kind of crazy way that that you know nobody's ever seen, and you're going to fascinate and thrill businesses and people with this. And the reality is, it's not that necessary. If you kind of close down your computer, walk outside the door, you'll find out what the real world requires, and it's much simpler than you may think. All right, you got to get back to the fundamentals, the basics. All right, if you forget that, if you provide value to people, particularly businesses, regardless of how you do it, think about that. Don't think about providing websites. Don't think about providing SEO, anything like that. I'm just talking about plain old value. That is where the money is made. You know, if you had to distill it down to anybody that really does what they love and they make a lot of money at it, if you say, what do you do? If they were going to get kind of philosophical about it, is I provide value. That's the one and only correct answer for anybody that has a sustainable business and a sustainable stream of income. All right, now I want to make sure that you understand right now what I'm talking about today is I'm not going to tell you how to press a button and have, you know, $12,493 appear while you sleep. All right, what I'm going to talk about today is about putting in effort, making a commitment, and generating real bill-paying income. And that's really what I think we want. You know, get that stress-relieving income. Keep your eye on the big prize. But right now, that's the thing that most people need and most people want. And I'm here to tell you that it doesn't require ninja loopholes. All right? I want you to write this down. When it comes to marketing to local businesses, because it's often neglected and really often ignored, local businesses don't want websites. and I really want you to write that down. Local businesses don't want websites. They don't want fan pages. They don't want videos. They don't even want to be on the front page of Google. All right, so let's give them what they want. Local businesses want more customers. All right, that's what you got to distill it down. They want more customers. If you go and try to talk to local business and think they want a website or they could care less about that. What they care about is what the potential of that is to get them more customers. So let's get them what they want. All right, what I'm going to share to you today, it's really so low tech that you won't need an autoresponder, you won't need hosting, you won't need a domain, or anything besides free stuff to use. So I want you to get out of your mind, kind of clear your thoughts, and take the blinders off and thinking that you really have to climb a tree or stand on your head to provide something of value to a business, because you don't, and it doesn't have to be high tech. In fact, you're going to be able to learn how to provide the service and get clients to pay you for the service in a lazy afternoon. Man, that looks comfortable, doesn't it? That's like a lazy boy, isn't it? You know, I saw the lazy boy chair. You know how they spell lazy boy? They spell it L-A-Z. I think they're too lazy to even finish spelling the word for that company. So if you're the most technically challenged person on this webinar, all right, then it's okay. All right, here's what the heads up is. Most webinars that you hear where people are teaching you this kind of stuff, like Jason said, they're either done from those who only teach it but never do it, or those that used to do stuff a long, long time ago that that never works, that doesn't work any longer today. Well, that's not going to be the case, and I'm going to tell you why. You know, I've so classified ad marketing myself. My coaching clients and students have done the same thing and continue to do the same thing today. I've helped local businesses in dozens of different categories, and I do things a little bit outside the box with local businesses in that I don't really go out and provide SEO services or do anything. I help local businesses get more customers, and I help them with their online marketing. And I've even got local business owners to pay me to help them create their own info products. Taking them from service provider to information entrepreneur is something that I really enjoy and doing. So this is stuff that I work with, and I talk with local business every single day. So what you're going to discover today has been proven to work by people just like you in terms of skill, experience, location. I want you to kind of wash away any kind of lack of confidence you may have or worries that you're not techie enough. Techie is not what it takes to get businesses more customers, all right? The techie skills, those are 10-cent problems that you can easily take care of. Really, the important thing that you really need to do is just follow the steps as they are. Keep it simple. Don't try to overcomplicate things. Don't make them more complicated than they are. It really can be simple. All right, so here's really the simple moving parts that we're going to be talking about. Online classified sites, sites like Craigslist and Backpage. Most people are familiar with Craigslist and Backpage. You know, Craigslist, one of the ugliest, most hideous sites there is out there, but it is one of the top 10 visited sites on the internet as well. YouTube, because everyone uses it. People spend more time on YouTube than just about any other site as far as pure, you know, volume of how long people stay on there. People look to be entertained, and you can get lost in it. But we're also going to be able to figure out how to do this. It's a free 5-minute or less service. It doesn't take you a lot of time to provide this. And, you know, at some point, you can do it yourself very simply without real tech skills, or it's very easy and inexpensive to get it done for you. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Boy, does that show age? Anybody know who sang that? I'll let Jason know if you know who sang that. That was way back 80s MTV, wasn't it? But we're going to talk about how you make money giving away stuff. Now, I want you to think about that. You know, giving away stuff free, certainly not a business model, but it is a strategy. Let me ask you guys something. If I told you that what I'm about to show you, I want you to go out and sell. I want you to go out and sell 5 of these this week. how many of you would immediately kind of tense up like, oh man, I don't know about going out and selling a bunch of stuff, right? Now, what if I actually said, hey guys, give 10 things away this week? What would that do? Would that change that your thought process around that? Would it change your enthusiasm when I said go give? Hey, it is getting up to the season of giving. If I say just go give 10 simple things away that I'm about to show you to a business, just, oh, by the way, here, would that be much easier than if I said go sell 2 things? I think that right there, I want right now to give you permission. I want you to give yourself permission not to sell anything that I'm about to show you. But what I will encourage you to do is check off your list that you succeeded when you gave something away. And I think you'll be very surprised at the results that you get. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started with Craigslist. All right, I want to let's see. We'll just bring that up here. Oops, let me get this over here. All right, here you go. Everybody see Craigslist? I got it right here. All right, I want to fit that right on there. This is Craigslist. Like I said, one of the ugliest, most hideous sites on the internet, yet one of the most popular. This is definitely what I consider a minimum effective dose site. All right, so Craigslist, you just go through, it has just about every city, it has multiple countries, all over the world, but there's other sites too. If you're in an area of the world that you say Craigslist isn't popular, whatever, it doesn't matter. What I'm about to show you, I want you to think about the principles of this with whatever online classifieds are popular in your part of the world, because the principles and the strategies remain the same. All right, so let's start here. I'm in Texas. I'm going to go ahead and go in my area here. In the Houston area. All right, here's what I want you to take note about Craigslist. Craigslist is typically thought of as the big garage sale, you know, on the internet, the big flea market. And I can tell you a lot of that is the case. People selling their old weight benches and things like that. And that's generally what all of this area is right here. For sale, people selling their used washer dryers, all that kind of stuff. But when you go down here to the services section, this is the section I really want you to pay attention to, because this is where businesses, local, attempting to advertise online. And they're doing a really bad job of it. We're going to go through and take a look. But I want you to think about that. When someone's attempting to do something and they're not doing a very good job at it, that immediately puts them in a position that help can be appreciated. You're not going, and you know, if you went to try to help someone across the street that had no intentions of going across the street, didn't even look like they were trying to cross the street, you'd look like a pushy, crazy person. But if you saw someone trying to get across the street and struggling to get across the street, and you went and held out your hand to help them, it's much more accepted and much easier to provide that help. Now, I know a lot of people, when they think about Craigslist, they look in the wanted. They look for people looking for help, like in gigs or in jobs, you know, looking for people to help me with my website. That's not what we're going to look at. We're going to go and look at people. We're going to find people that are struggling, and we're going to be able to show them how to do what they're already attempting to do. All right, so we go into the services section, and you'll see a ton of different niche types. There's automotive, farm and garden, household, labor, moving, all different types of businesses. And a lot of people think that Craigslist, it's just, you know, really low rent, struggling businesses that are trying to advertise there. But they're not. There's all types of business. There's right here is legal. Let's take a look inside legal. All right, I want you to look at this right here. This is today, Thursday, December 13th, if you're watching this live. And I want you to look at this whole page right here. All the way down to here is today, and then here's yesterday. These are attorneys that are attempting to advertise online. One, they've already accepted the fact that, you know, I think Craigslist online classifieds is a good way for me to get the word out. And two, you know, you put on your own ads and let me do the best that I can, right? They usually do it without any purpose or any thought. They just put in as much as they can. Now, even look at this. So I want you to look at even the headlines that they have in here. You know, affordable divorce, you know, auto accident or other injury. All right, they're trying to capture the attention of people in as few words as possible. And, you know, a lot of times they do a terrible job at copywriting. You know, I don't know how you guys are, but if you have done any kind of copywriting study, you're about to see some atrocious work, all right? Houston offshore lawyer, all right? Houston, right here off the Gulf. Let's take a look at a Craigslist ad from an attorney. All right, guys, let's get some feedback here. I want this to be a working session here. Who could give me some feedback on this? Jason, you can pop in yourself as well. What? Let's give a grade to this.
Oh, grade? Well, on a scale of what? An A being great and an F being not so great?
Yeah, I mean, think about this. Who's going to read this? Forget about even your English class or sentence structure or any of that stuff.
Well, you know, I'd give this a D minus, and here's why. The only reason it doesn't get an F is because at least they're trying to give some benefits in there, right? And at least they're trying to do something and offer something. But beyond that, it's completely atrocious, and I guarantee you the time spent for this person to post this ad was time wasted.
That's exactly.
They're not getting any customers from this. I would bet $1 to a dime.
Yeah. So look at this. If you saw a sales letter out there, Jason, what would you tell to that marketer that put that out there?
Pay me a lot of money to fix it for them.
Right. But what I really want you, and you hit on a point, and I want people to realize this. One, it's bad. It's really bad. Two, this clearly someone spent a good amount of time to put this in here. So right here you have a demonstration of a law office that says, you know, clearly I feel this is valuable for me to do. It's something that I feel I need to do. Here's the best that I can do. All right? So reading this, how long do you think it would take for someone to find their website if they want to go find a website? Much less, you know, phone numbers. That's really where the difference is. All right, let's go down here. Here's one right under it, a DWI lawyer. All right, and these are niches that you can niche down. They're very, very profitable niches. All right, this isn't cheap stuff. Criminal defense attorney. All right, let's look at this here. This one has a little bit more, it's still very difficult. Who can find a website? Anybody find a website? It's difficult to find. All right. We keep going. Here's an injury, personal injury. Personal injury. That's the same guy. Think about it. Look at that. This is the same guy posting these a number of times. So think about the time that they're spending putting that over and over with these different, and they're different ads that take a lot of time that are really, really bad. All right. Here's a tax attorney. Not a whole lot of information, but at least they have like 3 bullet points. All right, so that's illegal. That's people that normally think of as high dollar, high fee type of businesses, right? But here's, you know, people that you can really help are the trades, the guys that are out there, the small 1 and 2, 5-person business. That's what they're doing. They want to get out there. They want to advertise. Sometimes they feel that online marketing may even be on their reach. All right. So let's take a look in. I like beauty. A lot of people think that they ignore beauty salons and things like that because they think they're low dollar, low value, but however, there are some very, very profitable niches in there, particularly hair extensions. I was shocked until I had a salon client that did hair extensions, and very, very profitable. But you look at this, you know, all these people, and they do their best. They think, well, let me put everything in caps. Let me use these little crazy characters here to try to draw attention to my business. And again, this is from right here, Thursday, December 13th. This is how many of these folks are attempting to advertise online. And one of the things that they're doing is they're focusing sheerly on the people that are browsing Craigslist. And I'll talk a little bit about that here shortly, that they are fighting for the attention. Because who can tell me one thing on here? Now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about SEO, but what is one thing that when you're trying to get found locally, what's one thing that you generally want to include inside your search terms? Who can give me a answer on that? I'm going to look over here and see if anybody has. Very good. Location, location. How many of you see anything about the location? I'm not talking about this. This is just something, an additional a piece of information in Craigslist. Who can find anyone that actually has a location in their ad? The closest thing I see is Hollywood, but it's not even in Hollywood. That's just the name of the store. In fact, that's a hair weaving. That's one of the businesses I talked about, hair weaving. Let's take a look at this. Oh my. All right, who wants to give a grade on this? Throw some grades in this. What kind of grade do you guys give this this ad? All right, all caps.
Okay, Jack. Yeah, that's the equivalent of them screaming at the top of their lungs with the all caps, right?
Yeah, I was about to ask you yeah, you certainly recommend using all caps and throw out an ad, don't you? It's amazing. This just looks, it's almost like I'm taking an eye exam, you know? I feel like I should cover one eye to figure out what this is. I can't, you know, it's hard to even look at words. But guys, this again, I'm showing you this to demonstrate that this is businesses attempting to advertise. Now, just what I've shown you so far, how many of you right now feel by looking at this that right away you already have enough skills and marketing knowledge to help these businesses? All right, give me a yay out there. How many of you feel that right now, I'm not talking about technical skills, I'm not talking about do you know WordPress or anything, because this has nothing to do with any of that stuff. How many of you right now feel that you have enough marketing knowledge to help these businesses? All right, so that's exactly what we're talking about. Now let's go into a little bit deeper, and I'm going to show you how to dig out some people that are really need some help. All right. When you're in Craigslist, if you go back actually to the let's go back to the main page of where you were, the main page for your city. So I'm going to go right back here to Houston. There's a search bar here on Craigslist. How many of you folks do video marketing? All right, or know how powerful and profitable video marketing can be? Well, you know, how about video marketing where you don't have to actually even make any videos if you don't want, that you're just going to help people that are trying to get the videos they have already made seen? All right, I want you to go up to the Craigslist in the search bar, and I want you just to type in the word YouTube. All right, just simply YouTube, and then drop down and change to services. All right, because remember, services are right here where local businesses are attempting to advertise. All right, we go to services, and I want you to just do a search. I want you to look at that number there. Found 420. Do you know what that number represents? That number right there represents the number of listings that are active in YouTube right now that have the word YouTube in their ad. Now, what does that mean? Who can figure that out? I smell the brain. I smell it burning. People are thinking. Right? It's the number that's how many ads have the word YouTube. All right, now let's take a look at this. And how do you think they're advertising this? All right. Here's some advertising. They're advertising videos. And what do they have? They have a link to their YouTube videos. A simple, that's all they're doing is they have a link. These people are wizards, I bet, at key phrases. The movers. You are trying to move out. You just found your best option. We are the best movers in the world. Now, Jason, that's got to be first-class copywriting, right?
Well, at least they're trying to sell themselves, aren't they?
They are. But
and their call to action, of course, is to go to YouTube. What a great idea, right?
Yeah. I tell you what, here, go to YouTube, and to where you have a ton of distractions, and our phone number is no longer available for you right here to click on. All right. That right there, the movers. All right, so they're spending money. They want people to go check out their video. Every one of these are people that want people to check out their videos. Carpet cleaning, just about every type of business that there is. Photographers. Well, I saw Mohawk. I thought, whoa, I might have to watch that. All right, and don't just think it's in big areas. You think about, Jason, you're in Iowa. I was trying to look here. I was looking in Iowa here. I forgot right around where you're at. You're somewhere around the Cedar Rapids area, I think, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's the population there? What's the population there? I just want to...
Cedar Rapids is actually, hilariously enough, the second biggest city in Iowa, but it's pretty small in the grand scheme of things. It's a little over 100,000.
All right. Well, there you go. And we got the same types of businesses here, but you go from Cedar Rapids, which is around 100,000. We came from Houston, which is millions in there. So I just want to see what's in here. We'll go in here to households, and you see there's a fewer. But I want you to keep in mind that does not take away our ability, because it doesn't matter how many or how few. The power of using this the right way remains the same. Now, here's great copywriting in it. Good, honest carpenter, plumber, and repairman. Now, this guy's got it all, right? Oh, he's even got a few pictures in there, and they got a Facebook, and here's the YouTube. Right here, they got a YouTube. Let's take a look at this. All right, now, I just flashed on that. I thought I might need to check it first. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Honest carpet cleaner, plumber, and repairman. One is as bad as his listing is. It's probably in the top 10% of people that are trying to advertise here. But if we go there, what possible marketing strategy is this? My crazy boxer dogs. What's this guy doing? Sending you to a dog fighting channel or something? What does this have at all to do with plumbing repair? Guys, do you think he has a strategy here? How many feel you think you can you could help this? That's really what the tremendous opportunity is. So, what I really want you to do is go through and look at where the opportunities are throughout, and this goes throughout the nation, throughout the world. Right here are opportunities with people that are attempting. They're attempting to advertise online. They're attempting to have their video found. Right now, what I want to do real quick is talk to you about local marketing and explain the difference. Explain the difference between local marketing and what we typically think about as internet marketing. All right? So when you think about local consumers, what I want you to think about is when you put on your local consumer hat, when you're looking and you're ready to purchase something, do you care if you find that information on a website? Because most people associate internet marketing with having a website, right? But you don't look for a website. When you're a local purchase-driven consumer, you're not looking for a website. You're looking for someone that can fill the order. You're looking for someone that can fill what you're looking for. And that's one of the biggest problems with online classifieds in any type of local marketing is that they don't speak to the local consumer. They don't speak to the person that is ready to buy. Most of these ads you see here is, you saw, what was it, the movers? Wasn't it the movers? We are the best in the world. Does that speak to any consumers? How many people do you think are looking for, you know what, I need to move, let me find the best movers in the world? Do you think that's who they're looking for? No. What they're looking for is a solution to their problem. So here's a quick, for local lead generation copywriting, who can tell me, niche down into some longer key phrases, what you think a local consumer is looking for when they type something in. All right? Paul has a great one, cheap and affordable. Do you think they'd be much better off with an ad saying Houston discount movers? Right? Do you think it would be, you know, Houston, price, product, service? This right here, that's exactly what you need, and it's something that most businesses know nothing about, and in fact, most local marketers know nothing about because they're going after SEO. Let me get the most clicks to your website. You know what? I could care less about getting clicks to a website. I want to get purchase-driven consumers to see my compelling message, and I want them to see a compelling message that is going to make them pick me. What I just told you right there will put you a mile ahead of almost any local marketing out there, because you are speaking to that consumer and you're speaking to that purchase-driven consumer. If you search for Houston discount movers, and when they land on that ad and says, do you need to move but need to do it on a budget? You know, we've helped hundreds of Houston families move on budget, on time, and we can help you. How many of you think that you've just talked? How many of you just talked? Do you think you've just grabbed that person's attention, whether it's on a classified, whether it's on anything that doesn't have to be a website? You've just done, you've just gone miles ahead of what your competition is doing. Well, here's the best part. Craigslist just happens to be the biggest online classified. There are tons of online classifieds out there with businesses that are attempting. But better than that, every one of these people that are advertising on Craigslist that understands the value of classifieds, almost none of them realize that there's these other classifieds out there that can benefit them in so many different ways to get their compelling message found in multiple places. That's the one thing that I do. When someone asks me at a networking event or at a party, and I encourage you to write this down, when they ask you, what do you do? All right, this right here, guys, is going to be, if you want to help local businesses in your local marketing, this right here is going to be the best marketing gem for you, more than any kind of website or anything you can put up for yourself. Write this down. Somebody says, what do you do? Your response should be, I help local businesses get more customers by making them found online. I make businesses findable in multiple places when local consumers are looking for their product and service. That's what you do. Not I'm a chief executive WYSIWYG at high-tech websites.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
Please repeat what you just said again as the answer when people ask you what you do. That was brilliant.
Yeah, when people ask you, what do, you say, I help local businesses get more customers by making them found online. And what happens when you say that is you didn't just try to push yourself, you didn't try to sell yourself, you told them. And what happens is, if they're not interested, have no interest at all, you haven't put yourself in an awkward position, they'll say, oh, okay, well, that's cool. But you know what happens more times than not? Oh, really? You know what? my uncle has this business. My neighbor has a business. I have a business that needs to talk to you. I help local businesses get more customers by making them found online. All right? And then you can follow that up with, they say, really, what is that about? Well, I make businesses findable in multiple places where local consumers are looking for their products and services. It's not just about having a website. Because I can tell you guys right now, if I was banned from ever touching a website again, I could still, without a doubt, generate leads for local businesses and generate leads from local consumers. All right, so I want you to get your head and the blinders off that it's not just about a website. All right, when we're dealing with local marketing, and I want you to think about this. Most people think, oh, when I want to do local marketing, I'm going after local businesses. I'm going after local businesses. Wrong. You are going after local consumers to hand deliver to local businesses. That's when you create value. All right? So I make businesses findable in multiple places where local consumers are looking for their products and services. Because when you're dealing with local businesses, it doesn't have to be on a website. It could be on multiple classifieds. It could be on, if you had classified sites, 5 classified ads on 5 different classifieds, and when you use those purchase-driven terms like Houston discount movers, and you showed up 5, 6, 7 times on that front page, I'll take 10 leads from purchase-driven consumers each month, over 1,000 click stats any day of the week. All right? So let me go right back to here. So that's really where the power. I wanted to show you live, real time, today, what the opportunities are out there on Craigslist, and that's just Craigslist. So there's money everywhere. So let me ask you this: if there was $100, a $50 bill, a $20 bill, 10, 5, a $1 bill, and all of those laying on the ground, what would you pick up? What would you pick up? Well, the answer should be all of them, all right? Here's what I want you to think about. A lot of people get caught up in, oh, I'm just going after, I'm going after personal injury attorneys and cosmetic dentists. That's where the real money's at. You know where the real money's at? The real money is at the people that will pay me, that pay for my mortgage, pay for my kids' braces, and pay for my car and pay for my family to live more comfortably than I ever thought possible. I'm not picky about where my money comes from. In fact, I get a lot of non-financial benefits and really feeling good when I help businesses that I know really need it. And that's really what your opportunity is, all right? And I want you to write down that word help, because that's where the value is in helping local businesses, not selling to local businesses, not getting them to give you money for this or that. It's helping. And when you can generate real bill-paying income by helping a local business, not by doing ninja loophole stuff, but by doing real achievable strategies, that's when it feels great to sleep at night and to wake up in the morning, all right? Because you can do this without having to convince businesses to do something new. Do you realize, it's very difficult to convince a business to do something new. Hey, don't do that. Do this, what I'm selling you. That's not what we have to do. The lowest hanging fruit, the warmest prospects are already on there attempting to advertise online, and we're just going to show them how to do what they're already trying to do, but we're going to show them how to do it a whole lot better. All right? You take a crappy ad and make it better, much better. Right now, and this will probably break out, but I got to see the answers to this. How many of you right now look through any Craigslist ads and you know immediately that you could help 90% of the people that are advertising on there? All right? That's what I want you to feel. And I want you right now to feel confidence. And when you feel confidence right now, how many of you feel more confident about this than most things that you've thought about trying to make money with before, that you feel confident that you can look a business in the eye and say, I can help you, right? That right there is the difference between getting consistent fees, higher fees, than if you're not sure. Because you know what? Most of the people that you go out there, you're afraid to convince somebody to do this because you're afraid they might say yes. How many of you have ever been afraid of a yes, getting a business owner to say yes, because then you know, oh, crap, I got to actually make this work? Well, guess what? How many of you already know and can look a business in the eye with confidence and say, yes, I can help you, and you know that to be the truth right now? So just by that is going to give you the confidence that you need to go out there and not be afraid of them saying no, but to keep you from being afraid of them saying yes, which is secretly most marketers' problems that nobody talks about, because they're afraid that they will say yes and they're not going to be able to deliver. Well, guess what? You can get them to say yes now because you can deliver. All right, so let's take a look here. Here's what you get paid for. You take that crap ad, make it much better. You take a better ad and you syndicate it. Do you think people could run one ad one time on online classified ads? How many of you think that people just put one ad out there one time? Right? They don't. Well, what does that equate to when somebody needs to do something over and over, month after month? I'll tell you what that equates to. It equates to recurring income. All right? You get paid for helping them month in and month out optimize their campaigns. Because you're not a classified ad salesperson, you are an online marketing strategist. You're a local online marketing expert, not a web designer, not a pay-per-click, not an SEO jockey. You're an internet marketing, and I want you to put 2 lines under the word marketing. You're an internet marketing expert. All right? And think about all the other types of upsell, cross-sell services that you feel comfortable with. And you know what? It doesn't matter. If you're good at Facebook timelines, then do that. If you're good at pay-per-click, do that. If you're good at building websites, do that. Do what you're good at. You're going to succeed when you do what you know you can look a business in the eye and with confidence say, I can help you. And guess what, guys? You don't have to do everything. I've got students that do nothing but online classifieds. They don't mess with websites. They don't mess with WordPress. They don't mess with any of that stuff because that's not what they're good at. They're good at classifieds. Now, some of them outsource the rest. Some of them partner with someone else. But when you stick with what you're good at, your confidence pulls you through. All right, so what should you charge for this? Well, here's the short answer. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm going to tell you right now, easy answers sell products. I'll tell you that, easy answers. But you're not going to get easy answers from me. You're going to get real answers. And the real answer is there's people that sell these ads for $100. There's people that sell these ads for $500. The only person that can determine what you're going to get for these ads is you and what you have the confidence in. When you know that you're not charging for the time it took to create an ad, but you're rather charging for the results that your ad is getting, well, guess what? You have a lot more confidence in charging more. If you're working with a real estate investor and you know the result of them getting a house from a motivated seller can generate $10,000, right? Do you feel that that you shouldn't charge more than $100 just because an ad took you 5 minutes to create? No. You get out of the mentality that you're getting paid for activity. You're getting paid for results. So what you charge is what you feel your results are worth and the confidence you have in your results. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's much better to undercharge and make money than it is to overcharge and make nothing. All right? So many people say, man, Jack, I screwed up with my first client. I should have charged them more. Well, you know what you got out of that more than financial return? You got out of there confidence through success. When you succeed with helping a business, it's going to give you confidence, and that confidence is going to help you build the success. So never, never regret undercharging for your first client. I would rather you go out and get a $50 check, and because you know what that $50 check represents? It represents the time in your life. It represents that moment in your life that you went from I'm going to be a successful and professional internet marketer, and it represents that leap to I am a local internet marketer. So if that $50 takes you from I'm going to be to I am, guess what? That's the best client that you ever got, because that's going to just lead you to more success. All right? And you know what I say? I'll take fast nickels versus slow dimes. If you're right here and you're sitting flush with cash right now, then guess what? You can take your time and you can play the field and figure out exactly what that sweet spot. But let me ask you this. How many of you right now would cash flow be more important to you than squeaking the very most out of each deal? Now, Jason, I'm going to try to avoid my multitasking brain and not look at it, but you can give me an indication of the response to that. How many of you right now would take fast nickels over slow dimes?
I'm getting cash flow, exclamation mark. Yes, right on, right now. Yes, me, king, baby. Oh, yeah, me, cash flow.
All right. That's exactly it. So that's for you. So when you say how much do you charge, well, that's an answer for you. But I will tell you, I said I got people doing $100. I have people doing $500. It really depends on you and your confidence in the results. All right, so let me tell you, so here's kind of what it looks like. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am not a Photoshop king, all right? I don't know Photoshop. I'm not a techie when it comes to that, so I do things simple. I use this very high-tech software called Microsoft Paint that comes free with Windows operating system. But when you have the ability to take a person from this, look at this, Texas attorney offering general legal services, that's terrible. What if you could take someone from this to this, all right, without any kind of real hardcore high-tech stuff? That's exactly what you're able to do, all right? Take a business from this to this. I will tell you the results can be tremendous just by simply applying simple marketing principles. The marketing principles that you and I see every single day, but we put blinders on. But I think you take 1 hour and go through Craigslist, you're going to realize how far behind the world is in marketing from the things that you see every single day. All right? Remember we talked about other sites. Backpage.com is another one that's very, very right behind Craigslist in popularity, but also has some really strong benefits otherwise, SEO-wise, all right? But when you could take businesses, man, personal trainers, I love personal trainers. The reason is because they're so easy to help because they are very what I call hyper-local niches. People are looking for them not generally in a whole city, but in a segment of the city. People want to get a personal trainer near where they either work or where they live. And so it's so easy to help multiple personal trainers in your area. You think about, tax attorneys. They're all so many different niches trying to advertise on Craigslist, and take them and just apply simple marketing principles. Ads that are full of paragraphs that nobody's going to read, and they want you to get to see a YouTube video. All right, remember we talked about the YouTube videos. Here's an interesting thing. Did you know that Craigslist does not allow, their code will not allow you to embed a video inside of YouTube? I'm going to break out for a second. I want to see who can give me the quick and easy answer. What do you think the best and quickest, easiest way, the quickest, easiest way for a business to enhance the chances of people watching their video? All right, we got, yep, there you go. We got some smart people. I knew I smelled something here. How about you make that image clickable to where they can click the image, right? even though the image, even though you can't put a video on there, you can put a picture of a video on there. And when people click on it, you can make that take them to Craigslist, to YouTube, or to a video landing page if they have one, or their video anywhere online. How many of you think that you would dramatically increase the views of a video if you took someone from a text ad to what I call the video fake out ad? And do you know how easy and simple that is to do? That's what I'm talking about. We don't need to climb trees. We don't need to do ninja loopholes. Simple, we forget. Simple things, simple strategies can produce tremendous, tremendous results. All right, so how can you get these ads made? Whoops, there goes my president again. How can you get these ads made? Well, simple. $5 on Fiverr, you can get ads made. Very nice ads, $5. How many of you think you can sell this service and thing for a lot more than $5? All right, I think there's easy math there. I'm not great at math, but I can do that math. There's free online software programs like GIMP. GIMP's even a little above my pay grade, but free desktop. If you have Microsoft Windows, all right, if you have Microsoft Windows, go and find there's a free program right there on your computer called MS Paint, Microsoft Paint. You can do any of this ad work in Paint. Remember, at the beginning I said this isn't press an easy button and money falls out of the sky. You're going to have to put a little effort and commitment in there. But you spend an afternoon, you're going to be able to wow and be way ahead of the game graphics-wise than most businesses. Just if you spend a little time learn Paint, learn the ins and outs of Snagit, which is another great program that I like to use. All right, it's not that difficult. Snagit, one of my favorites, but there's tons of screen capture. You learn the art of screen capture and cut and paste, you're going to be in the top 10% of, or probably top 5% of classified ad creators there are out there, all right? So here's the magic approach. You find the ad, right? You find an ad and you create a better version of it. All right, first of all, how easy is it to find an ad that you can create a better version of? Very easy. And you can quickly do this. Showing is always more powerful than telling. Anytime you can show a business, far more powerful than telling. So I always recommend create a simple spec ad. You get your screen capture, take take their logo, find their website, anything, put something very specific, make an ad, a custom ad for that business, and then you let them have it. Here's what you say to the person, and you send an email, right? You send an email, and anybody out there right now that has a screen capture software, I think here's the time to practice, all right? You know, a landscaping, and I want you to notice the title. I want you to notice the subject line. Free upgrade for your landscaping listing. Get more customers. Now, am I spamming these people, sending out blasts? No way. I'm sending them a very specific email to them that I found. I'm not replying to their ad. I'm not breaking any terms of service. I'm going and finding them. But what I'm doing is I'm providing them value. I create them a custom ad based on their ad, their crappy text ad, and I give it to them. But the way I send that to them is I'm in the subject line. It's not get on the front page of Google for $99. It's not like half the stuff that they're just going to throw away. I'm talking to them about their ad that they recognize, free upgrade for your landscaping listing on Backpage. And that's 100% the truth. I'd say below is a clickable ad listing for your thing. No catch, just my way of introducing affordable market. Here is your link to your new graphic ad. And here's exactly what you cut, and you just copy this and paste it into your ad, your listing the next time you post, and there it is. Well, guess what? How many of you know that most business owners will not be able to do this, or will not understand how to do it or not be able to do this. You're not selling anything. Go ahead and try it out. If you have any questions about using this ad or would like to find out about the many other things I can do to get you more customers from the internet, I would love to hear from you. Feel free. You're saying contact me if you need any help with getting this loaded, which the majority of them are. I can tell you right now, the small amount of time that it takes to create this ad and to give a very custom ad to people is going to be your best option. It's when people don't follow the simple steps, when they try to make just a generic ad and they try to spam a bunch of people. That's not what it is. You are making something very specific for that specific business, all right? So who can tell me how do we contact the person? It's about to break out. That's fine. Who can tell me how you contact that business?
And by the way, Jack, this is a question that like 50 people I think have asked me throughout this presentation, because they see, like, when you go to one of those ads, it says this seller does not allow you to contact them, right?
Exactly. You don't contact, right here, reply to this post. Never hit reply to this post. Never hit reply to this post, all right? You've got a number of the ways. Do a search on that phone number. Go look at their videos. Some of them will actually have some of them will actually have, look at this. There's their email address, their website right there. You go there, you're going to find contact information. Contact them outside post and reply to them like that, all right? Always, but so it's so easy to get to find a contact information outside of the classified ad. Does that make sense to everyone? You understand why I'm doing this? We don't want to break the terms of service. We don't want to contact them that way. We want to find their information and give them a very personal message. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tell you that I've gotten incredible feedback from students here. Right here is from Paul. You're responsible for the first online marketing consultant money I actually put in my pocket. Your classified ads marketing technique allowed me to get my first local small business client. That's what we're after. How many of you right now that you know you have a passion for this, you know this is something that you can do, you know it's something you can get off and running if you just got your first client and can be successful at it, then you know that you would have the confidence to take off running with this. That right there is where you that's where the real benefit of doing something like this. All right. So what I've shown you today right now is just a start. All right. YouTube is one of the many services that you can help them with. Did you realize how many people? Did you see how many people are out there that are trying to get people to watch their YouTube? Can I tell you something? Another little trick that it's not just YouTube. What about Facebook? All right, you can do the same thing with Facebook. If you're helping people with Facebook timelines, anything, you can do the exact same thing. There's so many businesses attempting to advertise online. All right, Craigslist is just one of many free online classified sites that you can use. There are a ton more. All right, and there's other things that you can do with other classified sites. All right, like I said, there's Backpage. There's a number of them out there. I want to show you something. Do a search for Sell House Fast. I did Sell House Fast Dallas. All right, Sell House Fast. Wouldn't you think that the big brokerages, the big real estate brokerages, that would be a term that they would go after? Do you know that I've seen pay-per-click campaigns for this to be as much as $11 to $13 per click, not per lead, per click. I want you to look right there. Why is a Backpage ad showing up on the front page of Google for that kind of term? And can I tell you, most businesses that do get any SEO benefit out of this, they've gotten it by accident. They don't even know why or that they're on the front page of Google. when I talked to you earlier about all those businesses that you see listed on Craigslist, their sole focus is to capture the attention of the people that are actually going to Craigslist looking for a service. As popular as Craigslist is, do you realize that the majority of the population has never been to Craigslist? And when I talked to you earlier about that local consumers are not looking for websites, they're looking for a compelling message, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can get, I want you to think about these classified sites, these classified ads, as mini landing pages. This is your opportunity to get multiple landing pages. Remember when we talked about what do you do? That you make businesses findable in multiple places when local consumers are looking for their products and services. I want you to think about classifieds as mini landing pages. However, they're landing pages that you don't have to get a domain name for, you don't have to provide hosting for, you don't have to have a lot of that stuff that people feel that they must have to start up and start helping people with marketing. You just don't need it, all right? Hal said, I use your classified methods to dominate 4 pages, not 4 spots on the front page, 4 pages in Google for a client, and 2 weeks later he begged me to slow down the calls. How many of you would that be a high-class problem? All right? If you had a client that you said, I want it, please slow down the calls. That right there is, you could do that without having to do all of the stuff that you think, all right, that you think that that you have to do to help these guys, all right? And this is the reason to show you guys this, and I love the feedback that you guys, and believe me, you got a lot of questions. I'm going to be here to answer your questions. But the ability to help guys and the ability to do this and the results that I've gotten and my students have gotten is exactly why that we put together a Local Ad Scout. All right, Local Ad Scout, what is it? It's a training program that reveals all the secrets to making a mint. And when I say mint, I want to make sure you understand bill-paying income, achievable bill-paying income. That's what I want you to do. I will tell you right now, I am not telling you how to press a button and make $1 million. I'm telling you how you can make achievable bill-paying income helping local businesses. There's that word again, help. Make sure you understand that, because that's where you provide value. All right, so what else do you need? Nothing. You don't have to have hosting. You don't have to have expensive software. You don't have to have a domain name. Just the techniques in this training program. All right, so what does this cost? I'll make this very quickly, but first, I want to break down real quick a taste of what you're going to discover. And anybody that's gone through any of my training know that it's more than just here. Read this PDF and then point and click. All right, you're going to be an expert at this. So Module 1 is really about your untapped opportunity, how you can easily provide value with online classifieds, why people will pay you to help them with their classifieds, and why you only need to know a tiny, tiny little bit of the service to provide a ton of value. Module 2 is where it goes in the formula. This is one of the most important parts that most people skip. You cannot skip this, because I'm going to go into local lead generation formula. All right, I'm going to talk about classified ad copywriting. Can I tell you right now the secret of writing lead generation copy that almost everybody completely just doesn't get? The purpose, and I'm going to make this as succinct as possible if you want to write it down. The purpose of generating a lead, of writing a copy, is not to get people to buy anything. All right, I'm going to repeat that so you understand. What we're trying to do, because it makes your life a lot easier, what we're trying to do is we are not trying to get a local consumer to buy anything. Too many people go too far trying to get people to buy anything. We're not trying to convince anyone to hit a buy button and spend money. What we're trying to do is generate a lead. We're trying to just generate enough curiosity so that someone will pick up the phone or visit the business. Our job, like I said, is not to sell the service or product. Our job is to give that business the opportunity to sell the service or product, right? Our job is complete when that business owner hears from that customer, I found you online, right? Then it's the business owner's job to actually sell the product or service. That's the one thing that too many people go too far. They feel that they have to. You saw those ads on there. You saw those ads that were 5 pages long in text. They're trying to sell the people their service. We're not trying to sell the people their service. All we want to do is generate a lead. We want to give the sales opportunity a chance to do its thing. Our job is to get a consumer to pick up the phone or visit the business. That's it. And that's a very specific type of copywriting. All right? We're going to look at also how to construct your ads to give you a huge SEO boost that other ads are completely ignoring. You saw that whole list of ads. Not one person is using any principles for local SEO in there. We're also going to go through creating the ads. We're going to talk about how to create your ads for free in 5 minutes or less. We're also going to talk about how to create those powerful video fake-out ads that people go nuts for, to get people clicking. People want people to watch their videos. This is going to give them a 100 times more chance to get those videos seen. We're also going to talk about and show you how to make your ads come to life with simple animation trick. This right here, animated ads work beautifully for before and after. If you're helping anybody in the remodeling industry, or if you're helping anyone in the weight loss or fitness that have before and after pictures, you're going to be able to knock them, just blow them away. A movement on those classified ads. All right. In Module 4, we're going to talk about getting clients, how to get image ads clients, what to say, who to target, how to get those video ad clients. I just showed you a technique of going through and looking for the people that are trying to get their videos seen on YouTube. We're going to talk about how to get paid and different business models and services to offer. I don't even want to go into that in this training webinar because I think it would send your brain out too much to the thing. But I'm going to talk about other ways that you can monetize these ads besides just selling the service to a local business. I'm going to actually talk to you about how you can put these ads out to generate leads for yourself and get paid even higher fees by doing referrals. All right? And we're going to talk about playing by the rules, how to not get banned because we're not going to violate terms of service. This is not about doing any kind of stealth, spammy stuff where we're scraping email addresses and doing mass blast or anything like that, right? We are working within the terms of service, and we're not going to be spammers about this. We're going to give genuine quality help to local businesses. In Module 5, we're going to talk about some untapped gold mines. I'll give you a list of free online classified ad sites that are more than worth your time, and there's some out there that just do incredible things SEO-wise. Some sites don't even let you put image ads or HTML. They just let you do text, but the fact is you can still have a very powerful ad with text that gets found when people are looking for it. We're also going to, if you think that's it, it's not even close, I have some very special introductory bonuses for you as well that we're putting in right now as we're introducing this. First of all, bonus number 1, add graphic templates. All right, I am not, like I said, a Photoshop genius, so we're going to give you a little head start with some ad graphics that you can tweak yourself. Some in different industries, heating, AC, pool cleaning, dog training, some real estate, but also some generic, very blank ones so you can quickly make those video fake out ads and give you a professional foundation to put these ads together on. Also, bonus number 2, I'm going to give you a new customer questionnaire. This new customer questionnaire is going to give you the exact things to ask a business so that you can find those purchase-driven terms. Too many consultants and SEO people go right into a business and say, okay, what are your customers searching for? And they're looking for your online. Right? Wrong answer. That right there is, I call it leading the witness, because they're not going to give you the answers that you want. This questionnaire helps you gather the information you want to make real, powerful, classified copy for purchase-driven consumers. We're also going to give you some unbranded tutorials for Craigslist, because a lot of times you're going to be able to, Craigslist is going to be one of the sites that you start out with. And one of the things that I do to avoid the terms of service, to avoid breaking the terms of service, people think that that this requires you to sit around and post ads all day. I post no ads for clients. I have the clients post their own ads. It's, I call it, having them sack their own groceries. People say, well, why would they pay you if they're posting their own ads? Because remember, we're not classified ad salespeople. We're marketing strategists. They're paying for results. And I show you how to create new ads and new copy based on new key phrases so that you can provide them that month after month and have them rotate out. And what you're going to hand them is not something to write. You're going to hand them a form with HTML code that they're not going to know what it is, that they have to copy and paste. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to know what that is either. But what we're giving you is PDF and video instructions, completely unbranded, that you can provide to the businesses so they can watch and have written exactly what they are supposed to do with the new ads that you provide them each and every month. You're going to get that. Also, the pricing matrix where I walk through different pricing scenarios, but again, I stress very much on your price is so much determined on the value that you frame. The results as. You're also going to get those word-for-word example emails that you use to send out to the businesses with exactly what to put and what to say so that you can, but remember, we're not doing it to spam. We're doing it to customize for each business. But so we make it easy for you. You're also going to get the simple tools. I'm going to provide you with my clickable ad wizard. What that does, it allows you to just put in information about where your image is, what website or what you want the person to be delivered to when they click it. If you're making a video fake out ad, you can have them go to the YouTube page, whatever you want. But so you don't have to know the programming. You don't have to know the HTML code. Put the information in. Hit generate, and it's going to give you that HTML code for you to hand to your clients to post. You're also going to get the banner wizard. This is a very simple tool that you can create the base of your online ads very, very quickly in a matter of minutes. Just point, click, type, save, and you have a more professional looking ad than just about anyone inside that's posting inside Craigslist. You're also going to get the animated GIF wizard. Remember I talked to you about those before and after pictures, for the remodelers, for weight loss. It's an animated GIF where you can put multiple images right there in the wizard, and it will combine them for you into an animated GIF. So you can just post that one image on the classifieds, and it will cycle through the different pictures that you put on there. All right, so how much is Local Ad Scout? Well, since this type of product, you can make $500 from this in a little as a day or two from now. It would make sense for us to sell this at $499. It would be a great deal if you were to invest that much and go out and get a client. However, right now it's not $499. The regular price of Local Ad Scout is just $199.95. That includes all that you just saw there. However, that's $199.95 to the public. Right now, with our webinar special that we're kicking off right now, we have an introductory special release offer, and if you act right now before the countdown timer expires that you're going to see, you're going to get Local Ad Scout for just $99.95. That includes everything that you saw here in this webinar, plus a little bit more. You can go right now to localadscout.com/special, localadscout.com/special to grab that. Now, when you sign up now, you're going to risk nothing. 100% nice guy, 30-day money-back guarantee. This gives you a chance to go in there, get your first clients, start making some money with this, and you have 30 days to come back, no questions asked, for a refund. You also get the 5 core modules that I talked to you about, with the training, including tons of step-by-step videos. And a lot of times these videos, I don't just do the Death by PowerPoint videos. They're videos where I sit and I'm looking at you face-to-face, explain what the concept is, because sometimes it's a lot easier if I am sitting there having a conversation with you and I'm talking to you and explaining this. So you get those kind of videos as well. You also get the bonuses that I talked about, including the software and the wizards, and you get world-class support. When I say world-class support, one of the number one reasons that I am working with Jason and Will and Rapid Crush is because of that support. It is just top-notch. But also get an extra bonus. Right now, because you are getting in, as we're releasing this, you're going to get a live Q&A webinar with me where we're going to give you a chance to go through some of this training, get some questions down. That way I can leave no stone unturned for you in answering this, because I promise you, you're going to have some questions because you're going to start thinking of other ways and bigger ways that you're going to be able to use this for lead generation for local businesses. You can come in, ask live questions, and we'll have the webinar posted and recording in the members area. But I'm also going to have something else that is very, very special, because one of the biggest, strongest inspirations that you can have is somebody that's gone and done this, somebody that's been in the same spot as you have. So I'd like to introduce you here to Carlos. All right, this is Carlos Rosario, who's following me. Carlos was a laid-off, desperate dad. And when I say laid-off, desperate dad, Carlos was trying to make money with this internet thing. He didn't know anything about making a WordPress site, none of that techie stuff, right? But Carlos had the drive and the determination, and Carlos runs with stuff and makes things happen. And I am happy to say right now that Carlos is a full-time local marketing expert. And when I say full-time local marketing expert, it's not with what you think about when people do it. Carlos is not a website builder. Carlos is not a Facebook social media expert. Carlos is out there having conversations with businesses, with dog training. He's gone deep in the dog training niche, with auto repair guys, with guys that are out there doing the things that you see happening in your neighborhood. You know, what is it, smog, what is out there in California, smog, the smog certifications. Carlos actually started out, now he charges people and has good fees, and he's actually working with people across the country, not just in his local area, but across the country with the classifieds. But Carlos, when he started, he actually started doing some bartering deals. And I'm gonna get and Carlos, he's traded for stuff like a gym membership and I think upholstery repair on his car, because it got in there and it got him success stories to do this. But one of the things that we're going to do is we're also going to do a live case study where I'm going to get Carlos on there, and I'm going to let a guy that's gone through the exact same fears and frustrations that you've gone through, and I'm going to let him walk through his success timeline and exactly how he did it and the types of clients he has and what he's doing from those guys. So that's one of the benefits of getting in on this right now with this release special. So localadscout.com/special. Like I said, you get the special discount and bonus. Those do expire shortly. You get the 30-day, nice guy, no questions asked guarantee, backed by world-class support, and the sooner you sign up, the sooner you can get in there and start doing this. All right, localadscout.com/special. Again, you get the 5 core modules, you get the bonuses, including the wizards and the software, world-class support, and you're going to get the live Q&A webinar and live case study with a real student that is out there doing it. And Jason, I'm going to have to take a big old gulp of water real quick right now, so I'll let you.
Well, Jack, you've earned that big gulp of water. What you have
take it away for 2 minutes, and I'm going to be back because I got to get it. I finished my water. I got to get a water.
Okay, that's no problem. I could talk for 2 hours now.
Beautiful.
Jack, you have definitely you have exceeded my expectations today, and I knew, because I sat and worked on Jack with this presentation, I knew going in how good this was going to be. And Jack was perfect pitch on what he presented today. What Jack showed you today, just the free content alone that he gave away during this training session, is worth more than what you would pay in most $97 products that exist in the market. And that's no joke. That's no fluff. That's no hype. That's just the way that it is, okay? Now, that's what he gave away for free. So you can imagine what's waiting behind the door here when you sign up at localadscout.com/special and get in. What's so funny is a lot of people privately were telling me when I was chatting that they expected this to be a $199.95 price product. And it probably should be. We probably messed up and priced this too low. I mean, I'm good, but sometimes I make mistakes, right? It is $199 to the public, however. It will be that price when the countdown expires, which you can see at localadscout.com/special. There's a couple questions I will answer while Jack does get back, but before I do that, I just want you to think for a second of what Jack has shown you today. He has given you the information that if you wanted to on your own without even signing up for this course, you could probably go out and make money with right away. But here's what I would urge you to do instead, okay? I want you to succeed as much as possible. So gamble, quote unquote, right? Risk, quote unquote. 99 measly dollars today to sign up to get this program because it will make your life a lot easier. Ways to get attention is with animated GIFs, right? Well, do you know how to build them yourself? It's not very easy, but we have an animated GIF wizard in the members area where you simply can just click, 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 push a button, and it's done. Jack has graphics packages to help you because people were asking me, Jason, where do we get images for these local online classified ads? In the members area is the answer, actually, at localadscout.com/special. In addition to that, some people were asking, like, can I get a copy, word for word, of Jack's email that he sends out and uses to get these clients? And we'll do you one better. Waiting in a text file in the members area is a word for word copy that we give permission to all local AdScout members to use verbatim, practically, just changing the few things from his location to your location and the ad he uses to the mock-up ad that you create for people. In addition to that, you may be a little bit concerned with, well, I don't want to break any terms of services from Craigslist. I don't want to do anything wrong and get myself banned or my clients banned. So you can go and dig through all the crap in Craigslist yourself and read the terms of service and all that stuff, or you can just follow Jack's advice on how he lays it out for you to do it, right? And he explains to you. Now, here's the greatest thing in the world. Most of the success stories that we've had from this system come from clients of ours who don't even ever post any ads in Craigslist or any online classified ad site for that matter. So let me say that again because that's how powerful this is. Think about this. We are getting paid to make money by helping people with local classified ad sites, even though we will probably never, ever, ever post any local classified ad sites ourselves, right? Now we can, and Carlos, who is actually going to be giving the bonus presentation, Carlos is one of, if not Jack's biggest success stories when it comes to doing this online classified ads approach and this kind of stuff. And Carlos makes bank like crazy. Now, Carlos, I know for a fact, actually posts ads on Craigslist. He posts ads that actually get clients to come to him. So he uses it as a free lead generation to get clients as well, which is an advanced strategy. And I'm sure Carlos is going to break that down on his bonus Q&A webinar. In addition, Jack is going to give you a Q&A webinar, and this is what I love. So you sign up for today. You go out there. The rubber meets the road. You try a few things. You have the perfect time to do it over the weekend, right? You try a few things. And then when you have your questions based on the results you've gotten and your experience and what happens, like what do I do when this happens, what's going on there, when Jack pops on a Q&A webinar, he will answer them for you, which is sweet. Anybody here own QR Slip? First of all, this is a perfect complimentary service to add. In addition, once you get somebody on Craigslist, is to upsell them or cross-sell them on QR Slip. But furthermore, if you are a member of QR Slip, you've seen how Jack works on these Q&A webinars. It is fantastic, and that's the kind of level of quality you're going to get here as well. Now, there's one very important question that I want to answer here, and I want to have Jack answer it here in a second. You know, I did not invent Jack. I did not find Jack and pluck him from obscurity and put him in front of you. amazing following of great customers before I even knew he even existed, right? What really attracted me to want to take on Jack and bring him into the Rapid Crush brand and work with him to create wonderful trainings like this is because, in my opinion, Jack is on a very, very short list of some of the most talented people that I would ever consider even working within this business. So here's the deal. Jack has created offline classified ads trainings in the past. I think he had a Craigslist Guru product, and he had a some other product. I can't remember. It's like Local Ad Ninja or something like that, right? I know because we sold one of them on an auction webinar, and it was very successful. People flocked and bought and ate that thing up like candy because that's how powerful this stuff is. And so a question I got, Jack, is because some of the people on this call already own them. I will answer what I know, and then I want you to answer the rest. First of all, this is an updated training. I know it is because Jack and I worked on the outline together. In addition to this, I know there is 100% unique and new things on this that were previously not in any other one of the things that he created. The other thing is, because we are publishing this under the Rapid Crush brand, we are also supporting this. We are also handling everything on the back end so Jack can do just what he does best, and that's the training and everything else. And so we have everything. We have new bonuses that we've added in here, and we've reorganized some things and, of course, updated it for the here and now, what's going on at the end of 2012 and what will work the best in 2013. Here's what I've replied to everybody who's asked me that, who owns one of those two training programs in the past. Because we are publishing it, you don't go to Jack to ask for your money back if you wanted it. You come to us, and we will give it to you, right? And this is what I've told everybody who's asked me this. I said, I do not know how much overlap there is because I haven't recently gone through these training programs that Jack had previously released. And so what I would urge you is, if you already own one, sign up and get this one because it's a special offer, right? You go through it yourself. If you feel there's too much overlap, I would be happy to give you every penny of your purchase back today. But I don't think you will find there's a lot of overlap. But if you do, I don't know. Then that's no big deal. You're not going to hurt my feelings. This is an updated version. There's new stuff in there. There's new bonuses. There's the Q&A webinars that we're going to have that have never been done before. We're going to bring Carlos in as a highlighted case study, and he's going to pull back the curtain, and also you can ask questions. He's a real live success story of this in action. So this isn't theory. This is actual reality. LocalAdScout.com/special. However, Jack, from your previous trainings that you may have done related to online classified ads, how much new stuff can people expect with this one?
Yeah, I can tell you, I spent hours shooting new stuff, and I'll tell you, and not just new stuff, but here's what this is. This is the culmination of all the feedback that I've gotten from some of my other classified ad training that has given me the opportunity to distill this down into what I feel is the absolute most important for people to get the quickest results. But not only that, it's also the combination of the things that I thought that people sent to me, and that I thought, oh man, you know what, I that is missing. You know, I didn't think about that, because sometimes I get blinders on with, you know, when I tell people that they need to, you know, put a compelling message in their ads, and so this one actually gives me the opportunity to go step by step and explain to them what exactly a compelling message is. It allows me to drill down into actual copywriting for ads, because it's not just about making a fancy picture. So I would say that if you've seen, the Classified Ad Ninja was majority of just kind of a lot of cool ways to make ads, and a little bit more advanced for people that want different ways to make ads. It wasn't really around the marketing strategy. It's more around ad creation. But what this is, it goes into deep into the marketing strategy, which to me is the core of it. So I guess that's the best and quickest way for me to describe it. This really is the feedback and the best stuff and the most important stuff for people to be able to jump in there and get the quickest results. And that's exactly what it is. It's the results of what I think my peak, you know, classified ad training should be: simplicity,
Perfect,
and speed.
Perfect. And yeah, you know, it's like it's not out of the ordinary to come back and learn new stuff since the last time you did a training, and I do this all the time. You know, like Product E-Class is on its third iteration, and there's people who've bought all three, and each time they were happy and pleasantly surprised because Jack takes the feedback from the previous version, Jack learns new things that he never did before. Jack, when he partners with us, that allows him to really focus on the training while we focus on the delivery, the setting up of everything and doing everything else, so it becomes a win-win situation. Jack, I got a great question for you. I saw this a little bit, and I know it's on a lot of people's mind, is maybe they're not from the United States, right? Maybe they're from some obscure country somewhere, right? Are they screwed? I mean, what's the real deal on this? Are you at a disadvantage of location if you're not like in a big city, if you're not in the U.S., when it comes to classified ad sites online?
Now, so I use Craigslist as an example because it's the most known that people can associate with. But the fact is, there's classified ads all over the world, and different regions have some that are more prominent than others. So, for instance, if you're in the UK or you're in Australia, Gumtree is a good classified example of something that you could use. The best way to do is start doing some searches in your local area. You're going to find the classified ads. What's more important, you know, is that you understand the principles that we're applying here, because the principles can be applied anywhere. This isn't about, you know, go and click here and check this box. This is about applying the principles of marketing to classifieds to turn them into those mini landing pages. I call them lead valves, because that's what they are. You open up the lead valves, just like Hal said. He had his client told him, you know, slow down the calls. I can't handle this right now. And it depends on what niche you're in. You might get that. So it's really about you taking, if I happen to do a training on a Craigslist, or I'm showing some other ads at some other sites, it really has nothing to do with anything specific to that site. It's about take these principles and use them in any classified site that happens to be prominent in your area.
Excellent, excellent. LocalAdScout.com/special, that's where you join this party. You click on that Add to Cart button. Once you do that, you can accept our terms of service if they're to your liking. Then you're going to fill out a simple form, which will then take you to PayPal. You check out. As soon as you're done checking out, I think the only quote-unquote upsell is a $1 trial to a 6 and 6 coach